Alexa Bliss is returning on WWE Raw. WWE continues to build momentum. Since Vince McMahon's departure in 2022, it appears that the company has continued to grow and achieve previously unheard-of heights. While Triple H and his leadership deserve credit for most of the success, the majority of it is most likely due to the amazing roster. World Wrestling Entertainment's roster includes the top wrestlers in the world, as well as the biggest stars in professional wrestling. Alexa Bliss is a renowned star who has been away for more than a year. The talented Bliss withdrew from television, and it was soon revealed that she was pregnant. Over a year later, many fans feel she will be back in the ring sooner rather than later. That sooner may be especially relevant, since Alexa Bliss is expected to return to television on Monday Night Raw. Let's take a look at some of the clues that hint to her upcoming return. For one, she noted that she's been back in the gym. It's understandable that Alexa Bliss is missing so much ring time. Obviously, a performer who is pregnant cannot compete in the WWE ring. In general, pregnant performers should avoid prolonged travel and high-stress circumstances, such as live television. Aside from that, it clearly takes time to physically recover from having a baby. Some people never make a comeback, either due to health issues or because their priorities have changed. That does not appear to be the case with Alexa, as she has stated that she wishes to return. Not only that, but Bliss has been seen exercising. Alexa was seen to be in excellent shape roughly a month ago while working out in a gym. With weeks since then, there's little question that Bliss will be ready soon, if not already. A return to Raw simply makes sense. 2. Raw will be in Alexa Bliss's hometown. Most WWE superstars have a large international fan base. Still, some have a special affinity with their hometown fan base. A hometown child who succeeds in any field, particularly athletics and entertainment, is always celebrated. Alexa Bliss was born in Columbus, Ohio in 1991. She went on to attend 2 universities in the state, Ohio State University and the University of Akron. Needless to say, the former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion is deeply rooted in the state. It just so happens that Monday Night Raw will be broadcast from her hometown in a few days. This is the ideal location for her to return, as the public will be both startled and happy to see their hometown hero return. The crowd's reaction alone will make it worthwhile, and the firm is likely aware of this. 3. The Women's World Championship is vacant. Last Monday, WWE, Monday Night Raw kicked off with some bad news. Rhea Ripley, the Women's World Champion, opened the show wearing a sling. She then revealed the terrible news that Rhea had been hurt in a backstage altercation with Liv Morgan. Rhea's terrible injury forced her to withdraw from the Women's World Championship. The title is currently vacated, and a new champion will be determined on Monday Night Raw Monday. WWE has not yet announced how the new champion will be crowned. Given how closely everything has been kept under wraps, Triple H and Adam Pearce may have a surprise in store. Given that Raw will require a huge name in Rhea's absence, Alexa may return and win the title. All of this makes sense, and the circumstances obviously indicate that a return on Monday is possible. 4. WWE has seemingly been teasing Uncle Howdy's return. Speaking of returns, Alexa Bliss isn't the only WWE superstar who appears to be on their way back. There have been multiple weird teasers during Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and live events that appear to tease Uncle Howdy's return. Uncle Howdy is represented by Bo Dallas, who was reunited with Bray Wyatt before the former WWE champion died tragically last year. Notably, Howdy was recruiting Alexa Bliss before both her and Bray left television. Given Triple H's and this regime's appreciation for continuity, Uncle Howdy may not be returning alone. He may be joined by Alexa Bliss as the two strive to remember the late great Wyatt with a stable called the Wyatt Six. This seems possible. Now let's look into why Paul Heyman will likely call for backup against Solo Sikoa. It is unclear what Braun will accomplish on SmackDown, although many believe he should collaborate with Paul Heyman. The Hall of Famer and Braun have appeared together on screen a few times, and SmackDown should be the place where their friendship is fully realized. Here is why the two should come together. Number 1. Paul Heyman can spot the future of WWE. Paul Heyman has accomplished a lot over his career. He worked as a photographer, manager, booking agent, owner, chief writer, and commentator. However, the Hall of Famer is most effective when he is managing talent and scouting for the future. Heyman has handled WWE stalwarts like Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. He also influenced the development of some of Extreme Championship Wrestling's top wrestlers. Even WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin was a Paul Heyman guy. When the wise men predict someone as the future, he is almost always correct. For this reason, he and Breaker should band together. It would instantly give Braun legitimacy in the eyes of the supporters, given Paul's near-spotless record over the last 30 years. Number 2, Braun Breaker could be Paul's escape plan from the new version of the Bloodline. Paul Heyman has been with the Bloodline for almost 4 years. During his stint with WWE, he managed or assisted Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, The Rock, Solo Sikoa, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn. Jey and Sami eventually departed the group. Another exit occurred on Friday Night SmackDown. Solo Sikoa removed Jimmy from the stable with a savage assault. Not only that, but Tama Tonga made his WWE debut by joining the Bloodline, allegedly without Heyman's or Reigns' knowledge. The wise men appeared afraid of what was happening. There is a great possibility that the Hall of Famer will decide to depart the Bloodline. If he does, Heyman will need an exit strategy. The greatest exit method is to hook his wagon to Braun Breaker. It would offer him with protection if the Bloodline came after him, as well as something to do in the future. Guiding Braun's career is an excellent next step. Number 3, learning under the Bloodline would give Braun incredible knowledge. While Paul Heyman may leave the Bloodline to handle Braun Breaker, it is unnecessary. Blood kinship is not always required to join the WWE faction, as evidenced by the previous inclusions of Sami Zayn and Tama Tonga. As a result, Breaker could join the organization without Heyman having to leave. This might be extremely beneficial to his career, both in terms of the attention Breaker will receive and the minds he will be able to learn from. The former NXT champion could learn from veterans like Tama Tonga, powerhouses like Solo Sikoa, masterminds like Heyman, and the world's biggest star, The Rock. If Roman Reigns remains a member of the gang, Braun might also learn from him. Number 4, Paul Heyman could try to take control back of the group with Braun involved. Paul Heyman is a genius in the realm of pro wrestling. Behind the scenes, he is well known for his creativity. In front of the camera, he is generally portrayed as an evil genius and mastermind. Perhaps he is not an evil mastermind, but he is certainly a mastermind. It is uncommon for someone to get one over him. When Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga surprised Heyman last week, he was caught off guard and had no strategy. However, throughout the last week, the WWE Hall of Famer has most certainly been planning. He could bring Braun Breaker into the Bloodline, but only with a specific plan in mind. Heyman appears to have lost his power now that Roman is gone. If he can join forces with Breaker, Heyman will once again be elevated inside the Bloodline. He may even organize a coup due to Braun's boundless speed, power, and athleticism.